Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is April 28th, 2021. And today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, quiet before the storm. We have some major economic events coming out later today at 8 p.m. South African time out of the United States. It's an FOMC statement. As well, we have Apple and Facebook coming out with quarterly earning reports. So those two major events happening today. Now, tomorrow, as the news continues, we have further corporate earnings coming out from other major corporations in the United States. Now, looking at the various markets, we're seeing some quiet across the board in terms of the Forex symbols, very quiet. In terms of the indices, the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones just off of their highs, tapering off. In terms of commodities, gold sells off a little bit while oil gains. In terms of the stock markets, it's a mixed bag. We're going to take a look at individual stocks. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin continue its gain. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So it's a type of day that you want to know your levels, okay? You really, really want to know your levels, your support, your resistance, your breakout points. We're looking here at the Euro USD at a 1 hour chart just to highlight how lack of volatility that we're trading in. Our upper range 120.90-ish level, and we're right now at 120.66, so about a 24 pip range. So really nothing to write home about, okay? But you want to know the levels, okay? So the upper level 121.145 on the upper level, and then the lower level you could see here 120-ish level, and that's really where we're at. But we're closer to the top range here, okay? Altogether, if we look at a daily chart, you can see a little bit clearer. You see just the tapering off, but we're really sideways trading here, okay, in terms of the Euro USD. Now jumping into the Aussie dollar as well, just tapering off, and the GBP also in a pretty tight range. So nothing really jumping out when it comes to currencies. Looking, however, at the commodities, gold tapering off here and selling off quite nicely, about 20 points here to 1767 off at that 1784 high. And looking at oil, continue to gain, okay, to that $63 a barrel range. Okay, so it is closing in on that upper range in the anticipation the markets will be opening up. Now looking at the indices, the Dow Jones pretty much unchanged at 33,836, maybe just tapering off about 50 to 60 points off of yesterday, but again, nothing really major. And as we look at the NASDAQ as well, at the top of the range, but didn't break out lower. Now, yesterday we had news coming out of Microsoft, okay, where it came out with corporate earnings, and guess what? Trading at all-time record highs, 261, but not breaking out. It's not an explosive move. And this is to be anticipated as we have appreciated so much. Now, today we have both Apple and Facebook coming out with quarterly earnings. Now, looking at Apple, also at the top of that range, 142, it's its high. And so we're trading about 10 points just below it. And looking at Facebook as well, just about 9 points off of its all-time highs. So you're seeing the rotation in the market. And if we look at the big board stocks like Alcoa, it's close to its highs. And if we look at JP Morgan also. So nothing really explosive here, okay? I do expect some sort of directional move after the FOMC statement. And as we know that the central banks are trying to do everything possible to state inflation from happening, and at the same time not the devaluation of the actual markets. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, gained a little bit yesterday, but now selling off just at that 55,000 mark. And this is really a full throttle back from our retracement down to that 48,000-ish levels. So we're still in the range, okay, selling off just this morning, just a little bit, maybe developing a reverse head and shoulders and upside down head and shoulders. This would be the head in the middle, and that would be one shoulder, and this would be the subsequent shoulder, and this may still frustrate. So just keep in mind of this trade later today. So I do expect volatility, so just play it safe. Make sure to have your stop losses in place. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.